Today is Pizza Palooza on the Square. Join me and my guest Matt Wiederhold as we craft an adorable felt pizza pouch and create a delicious no-bake pizza dip perfect for your next family movie night. To market we go. My name is Kristin Gambaccini and this is Market Table. With Matt Wiederhold from Mainstreet Medina, and today is the Pizza Palooza, and I have to tell you, are you a pizza lover?
I am a pizza lover, of course.
I am a total pizza lover.
How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
You know what? I'm not very adventurous with my pizza, I have to admit. Are you?
I am.
You are?
I am.
You like to put extra stuff on it?
Absolutely.
Okay. See, we're split in the house,
okay.
So like a lot of the toppings we'll keep off to the side so the kids can kind of like add it if they want it.
That's cool.
I'm kind of like a cheese person, but it's the crust that gets me.
It is the crust.
It's totally the crust. So actually today, here at the Square, there's a contest, right?
There is a contest. It's Pizza Palooza. It's an event that we have every year. We have different pizzerias from around Medina County come out, and they can compete for Judge's Choice and People's Choice, and they get a big 3-foot trophy.
Because people can actually sample their pizza.
Yeah. They come out and buy tickets, and they get to sample each one. But then we also have about 50 different nonprofit agencies here today.
Okay.
So it's a way to kind of showcase what they offer within the community for the residents and people, services that we have here.
Yeah, because as I'm looking around, even though obviously there are a ton of yummy pizza places, there are really so many other things going on at the Square, including the farmers market.
So it's a little bit wet today, but there's still people coming out.
A lot of people, given the weather. And I forgot my stool, so my neck will hurt by the end of this because I have to look up at you. I should have brought my stool for short people. So listen.
I'll come down. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know how long I can hold that.
This is totally natural. It seems very normal.
Absolutely.
I like it. So today we are crafting a pizza pouch or pizza purse, however you want to say it, which is just a really fun craft using felt. I love doing things that are simple. Yeah. My kids' attention span only lasts so long, so this is great for something like that. And then we're also going to be making a fun pizza dish, which is not exactly, probably won't be as good as some of the pizza here, because can you beat having someone else make your food? There was always something about my mom making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich versus me making a peanut butter and jelly. I think it's because I didn't have to do it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we are going to be making a pizza dish, and we are going to have a lot of fun. Do you often use a hot glue gun?
Not as often as I should, but I am somewhat trained. Okay,
good, because it is very hot.
Yes.
And there have been many of times when my excellent cameraman Mike has had to actually edit out sometimes when I say bad things when I get burned, because basically what I'm trying to tell you is it's really hot.
Yeah.
Really, really, really hot. Okay, perfect.
I'll be careful.
Okay, so we're going to start with our pizza craft. And again, super easy. We have felt, and I've got yours already kind of set up and ready to go with a pair of scissors. Cool. And I freehand with Sharpie the shapes. So we have some brown felt, some yellow felt, and then as you can see here, we have some, this is like a tan colored felt that I cut out, some mushroom shapes. We have red felt, which is pepperoni, and I actually have some of these cut up in half and then a little bit off the edge so we can kind of make our pizza
because
slice.
Pizza's cut into slices.
Look, exactly.
Right.
And then we have some onion and some olives here. Unfortunately, Matt, I didn't even think to bring the pineapple.
That's okay. This is good.
Okay, good. And then we have some Velcro, which is going to help hold our pouch together. Now, this is something, if you were a sewer at home, if you have a sewing machine, if you enjoy sewing, the first part of this can definitely be sewn, but given the fact that we're on the Square, and a lot of us make this stuff with our kids, so sometimes sewing just isn't an option. Hot glue is definitely the better way to go for a lot of these cases. So I'm going to have you start cutting out your shapes. And real quick, I'm just going to hold it up so you can see this freehand shape that I drew. We've got the top of the crust here. It comes down in a triangle. I did use a ruler, but again, no measuring. I can't even tell you how big this is. What would you think? Like maybe 6, 7, 8 inches?
6 by 7.
6 by 7. I like it. So Matt is cutting out the cheese triangle right now, which mine is already cut because I enjoy watching other people try to use scissors on the show. And he's very fast. I'm very impressed by this.
Oh, thank you. I have a long history of felting.
And felt actually is very easy to work with. This is one of my favorite crafting materials to work with because I feel like
felt?
You can make so many different things with it. I don't know. It's like a paper fabric.
Yeah.
What is it? That is a good question.
Is it like wool or cotton?
I don't know. I just buy it at the craft store.
That's the outtake show. What is felt? Behind the scenes
felt? So while he's doing that, I'm going to hold up real quick what we're going to be doing next. So we have our pizza crust and we have our cheese. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a strip of hot glue right here along the triangle section of what would be the crust to hold our cheese onto place. So I'm going to do that step next.
So the cheese doesn't stand alone?
The cheese does not stand alone in this case. Although, we also, part of our side dishes when we're making homemade pizza at home is extra cheese.
Nice. Because
the kids don't even necessarily need it on their pizza, they just put it on their plate and just eat it like it's...
All right, so we're doing both sides?
Like it's truly a side dish, yeah. Just the sides though, because we want to leave this middle part open.
And apparently felt also doesn't melt.
It does not.
As you warned me, this is very, very hot, and we don't want to say bad things.
No, we don't. It's Kids Day, Pizza Palooza. So you want to make sure that you're not getting this middle section. We want the edges glued, but not the middle, because this is where we're going to be accessing our change. If you're putting a little change purse in here, this would be so cute on someone's backpack. I can see this at school, maybe for like milk money. How you doing?
Well, it's a little crooked because I turned it over.
That's okay. That's okay. It is okay. So the next step is going to be to not add our toppings, which is what I was going to say, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to add our strips that are going to hold our pizza pouch together.
Okay.
And so this step could easily be sewn if you're a sewer, but again, we're using hot glue, which works just as well. And so we're taking this strip, which is the same color as our crust, and we're folding it in half. We're going to glue this together first, and then we're going to glue it off to the side of our crust.
Gotcha.
No right or wrong way, and you can do left or right.
Okay.
So again, we're going to add a little piece or a little strip of hot glue there.
Is it also considered like a dollop?
A dollop of glue, yes. Kind of like a dollop of sour cream.
Absolutely.
My mind automatically goes to sour cream. It's like my favorite. Okay, and then we're going to do another dollop of glue. And we're going to just put it here on the side. And again, it's not really doesn't matter where because it's not going to affect where you're closing up your pizza. Matt got a little crazy with the hot glue.
I got a little gluey.
It did.
It did. Yeah.
That's okay. We're just going to let that dry for a minute.
It's just, ow, you're right, it's hot.
It is very hot. It's very hot. So the next step is going to be to add our toppings. And again, this part is very much choose your own adventure because I told you I prefer only cheese, but I do think that the pizza pouch is cuter with a couple slices of pepperoni.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to show you real quick. See what I did here? How I took some of these cut pieces and put them along the edges so it looks like an actual sliced piece of pizza. Okay. But again, however you want to place it, however you want to do it, no right or wrong way.
Plus we got to leave room for the olives and stuff.
You do, yes. If you're into those toppings, you definitely want to leave the room for those.
And we can use the pepperoni to cover up our cutting mistakes.
You can use the pepperoni to cover up anything, yes.
It's like a felt mosaic type thing as well.
It is. We are creating art.
I love it.
This is art. Art.
Art isn't easy.
Pizza art.
You could have like dueling glue guns and really do some damage.
You know what? I did bring a second glue gun, but I did not bring the second cord. So my thought was there, but the follow through was not.
But at least the thought was there.
It was there. I did. I thought of you, giving you your own glue gun. But seeing as how you use it, I'm thinking it's better that we share so I can keep a closer eye
Yes.
on your fingers.
How do you come up with your ideas for projects?
Honestly, I don't sleep.
Okay. That makes sense.
No, I have always had a creative mind, and I've always got a lot going on in my head. So I'm a list maker and a note keeper.
Okay.
So I'm constantly jotting down ideas and coming up with stuff. But with an event like this, like Pizza Palooza, where we knew we were going to be trying to do something, obviously then I can more specifically zone in and come up with something related to that craft. I'm very good at thinking of stuff like on the fly.
Yeah.
So if we're having a day where my kids are actually bored or crazy or fighting a lot, I'm really good at thinking up stuff using stuff I already have around the house.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I'm going to add toppings because you went to the trouble of cutting all these.
go on ahead, add away, because the final, we're actually almost done. That's what I love about this kind of stuff. You literally just a couple minutes and you end up with something so cute. And what's great about felt, if your kids do use this on their backpack or take this to school, it's hand washable. Really? So if you spill milk on it, if they get it dirty, you can really just wash it with some soap and hot water and let it dry.
I think it might permanently be an olive.
Matt's fingers are officially part of the topping on the pizza.
Yes. So it's carnivore pizza night.
So I have these strips of Velcro already cut. And all we're going to do at this point is add a strip here along the top of our cheese and along the top of our crust. So when it folds over, it sticks and it looks like a full pizza slice, I guess. So my trick to using Velcro, and I feel like that was just leading up, that ending was just leading up to my big trick. My trick for using Velcro is actually to attach them together before you glue on that last piece. So let me show you what I mean here. So I'm going to use this. Look at how the glue is very stringy on the part today. So I'm going to add a strip here. And I'm going to put it right here along the very top of my cheese triangle.
Okay.
And then my next strip, to make sure that it's lined up, because I cannot tell you how many times I've not lined up Velcro in projects. It's very frustrating.
It is.
So my trick is just to put this on top, and actually I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to trim it a little bit because it's a little bit bigger than the other piece.
Should we leave this backing stuff on or we take that
I tried to take it off at home and it is stuck on there permanently.
Okay, that's a challenge.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
So I've attached these together. I'm going to add a strip of hot glue here and fold this over. And now my Velcro strip is exactly where I want it to be when it's dry.
Does it matter if you put the fuzzy stuff or the other stuff on?
I don't know. It's Velcro. You can't go
I want to
around.
make my pizza correctly.
I get it. But is there a wrong way to make pizza? What would you consider?
I would never say that publicly how I felt either way.
What would you consider an absolute negative on pizza toppings? What's one thing that you would not put on your pizza?
Anchovies.
Anchovies. Oh, I agree with that.
No dead fish on my pizza.
Someone brought me a salad once with an anchovy on it.
Did you eat it?
It tainted the whole lettuce. It was like fish lettuce. Have you ever had fish lettuce?
No.
I haven't either, but I can tell you.
It doesn't sound good.
I don't think, up until that day, I hadn't had it, and it's not something I ever want to have again.
No fish lettuce.
No fish lettuce.
Fish and chips, different story.
Different story, yes, because those are meant to go together.
Yes.
You got it?
Kind of.
So you can actually just leave it like this and clip it onto something. I added one of these fun what are these? Like a key ring.
Key rings.
Key ring. Just to make it a little bit easier to attach to. But honestly, look at these guys are like twinsies. I make 2 matching pizzas. But how fun is this?
I love it. I got a pizza pocket.
You have a pizza pocket. So if you were here at Pizza Palooza, you could have put your tickets
That's true.
in your pizza pocket. If you want to take it out, it's great for holding change or chapstick or anything small.
I love it.
Just a fun way to carry something small around. Now we're moving on to the food section, which is probably my favorite part because I like to eat.
I gotta try my pizza pocket first.
He's gonna try out his pizza pocket.
It worked.
Holds the change.
Nice job.
Thank you. So we are going to be making a pizza dish, which we talked a little bit about before, but I use that term very loosely because this is more of like a dip.
Oh, nice.
It's definitely something you can eat on its own, but it's great for crackers or chips or a little bit of extra to go on like
cold
like
pizza.
a cheese dish. Yeah.
Could you do pizza?
You could.
Might be pushing
pizza on pizza. That's a thing. We just made it a thing. Okay, so we already have the trickiest part done, which is to spread 2 blocks of cream cheese onto your pizza pan.
Yes.
Which can be tricky, so you want to make sure that you have your cream cheese at room temperature. It makes it a lot easier to spread. So this is our base. And what I love most about this recipe is that it's great for summer because we don't have to turn the oven on.
Nice.
Something you serve cold. It's easy to put together, so if you're going to a backyard barbecue or to a friend's house or anywhere where you need to bring something or you're serving something as a host, it's a great last minute thing to throw together. And I don't know about you guys, but we seem to always have pizza supplies like on hand.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this isn't even
cheese and pepperoni always.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily even something that you have to make a special trip to the store for.
True.
So we have our cream cheese. We are going to add our sauce, which is just a pizza sauce. And you just want to leave maybe about 1 inch around the rims to give it that pizza look, as though the cream cheese were the crust. So
we're doing this?
You are doing this, yes.
All right.
And we're just spreading a layer of this sauce however thick you want it. Obviously, it's totally up to you, but I like a lot because especially if you're going to be scooping this out with chips or crackers,
so
the more
growing up,
toppings you
my
have, the
mom
better.
used to make like a Mexican 7-layer dip. Is this kind of like the Italian 7-layer dip?
It is very similar to that, yes. Yes. It actually is very similar to that. We're making it look like a pizza, but this is definitely something that you could even make in a casserole dish similar to the 7-layer dip.
Yeah.
And serve it that way as well. It doesn't have to be prepared quite this way. So yeah, this is very similar to that.
All right, how's that?
It looks perfect. Good enough to eat, right?
And you like the sauce. Let's sauce it up.
Sauce it up.
All right.
So then the next step is going to be to add our cheese, and we have some mozzarella cheese here. This is probably about 2 cups, but the other...
That was a bad idea. Don't do that with your spoon.
Go ahead and add the cheese to it. Now another fun option for this would be to do like personal pizzas.
Oh yeah.
Where everybody kind of got to create their own with their own toppings. I don't know, when you were in school, did you read books to gain the personal pan pizza coupons for places like Pizza Hut?
No, we didn't have that.
No.
We just had they were rectangular pizzas on Fridays.
Okay. So when I was in school, we would actually fill out a form, and for however many books you read, I can't remember what the requirement was, but you earned personal pan pizzas at Pizza Hut.
Oh, nice.
So it was the only time we got to go out for pizza.
I don't know if we had Pizza Hut where I grew up.
Oh, okay. Well, needless to say, thanks to Pizza Hut, I love reading.
Nice.
I think had it not been for those personal pan pizzas, I wouldn't have gotten on the book train.
Okay.
So we're gonna add our next. This is like literally whatever you want to add here. Now we have.
Do you want to split this? Like I'll do half and you do half?
I love that. Yeah, let's do that. So we have pepperoni, we have mushroom. I have some ham here chopped up, some onion, olives, Parmesan cheese, of course. That's like the final step, right? Some Italian seasoning. You could add peppers. You can add pineapple. I mean, really, you could make this quite the spread.
Pineapple and ham is probably one of my favorites.
Pineapple and ham, although it's not something I like on my pizza, in other dishes, it's definitely a good flavor, for sure.
How do you feel about barbecue chicken pizza?
So, my husband actually likes barbecue chicken on his salad, his pizza, and he'll use the sauce instead of like a dressing. Gotcha. I always found that interesting.
It's good.
I know it's a thing, and you get it at restaurants, but I can't get over it. I'm an Italian, like, dressing kind of person.
Gotcha.
I'm not very adventurous when it comes to stuff. You would think I would be more so, but I'm not. So I've got my pepperoni.
That's it?
I'm telling you, I'm boring. I am so boring. I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on though. Nobody would eat my half of the pizza because they would be like, that's the lamest dip I've ever seen. Did you want some parm?
I will.
And then some Italian seasoning on top. Just makes it that much fancier. And it just adds that flavor. And I really, really, really love fresh basil. I talk about fresh basil all the time on this show because it is my favorite herb.
Okay.
And the reason I like it is because it gives such a mild flavor.
Yeah.
It's not too overpowering to where my kids think I've added something that they don't know what it is. You know what I mean? If I add a new flavor, they won't eat it because they can't recognize it.
Oh, okay.
But what I like about basil is it's just so mild, but it's also really easy to grow.
It's fresh. It's so good tasting.
It's amazing fresh. So I keep a huge pot of basil in my kitchen all the time. So this would be a great dish to add just some leaves. You wouldn't even have to break it up.
No.
Just some leaves of basil on top would be so good. And I'm telling you, that's it. We just made a pizza dip.
7-layer Italian dip. That looks good. Like,
And
I would totally dig into that.
in true to form, I forgot crackers. So we're gonna eat it with spoons.
All right. I mean, it's a public event. Otherwise, I would just stick my finger in.
Well, yeah, we gotta keep up appearances.
Big bite. Yum.
Tastes like pizza to me.
Thanks, Kristin.
Thanks for coming, Matt.
That's good.
It is so good. And I hope you enjoy it too. And I'll see you at the market. Head to KristinGambacciniBlog.com for this recipe and others seen on Market Table.